What is up? Welcome to another video. This video is I'm wearing a McFly top, which must mean it is updated CD collection time. Yeah. Now when I say updated CD collection, I don't think I had this many in the other video that I did, which you can check on my YouTube channel right now. Or after this video, of course. But I'm gonna actually show you. Let's see if I can show you how many CDs I've got on my bed that I'm gonna talk you through. I've got all these CDs on my bed that I'm going to try and talk you through. Now I've tried to put them, I've spent some time this morning putting them in different orders, so I'm going to try and do it in a certain order. So I'm going to start, so I've got some Now, the Now and That's What Music's collection. And I've also got some that I've just got one, I've got one album from artists or bands and stuff like that. And then we'll go through all the different ones from different artists and bands that I've got updated. Now, I wouldn't be able to give you any updates on, because I can't remember actually, on what CDs I had in the last video compared to this video, if there's any that have just been added over the past, I think 2 years or so that I released the other video. So we're going to go straight into it. Now I'm going to start with Now. Now I thought I had more, because I think I remember I showed you a lot more Now CDs in the first video. I've only got 2 this time, so I've definitely done a little clear out. So we're going to go straight into it. Now I'm going to start off with this one. Now That's What I Call Now 100 Years. Now I'm sorry if you can't see it because it's the wrong way around. It's complicated. But yeah, it's 100 songs in 5 CDs from the first Now all the way up to the 99th or 100th Now. So probably it dates from the 1980s all the way up to 2019, by the looks of things, when the 100th one may have came out. So yeah, so this is a very good one if you like different eras, because they're on 5 CDs. So the first CD is 1980s all the way up to now, which is of course disc 5. So it's a very good collection to have. I like it. I keep it. That's why I've kept it. Now this one is Now That's What I Call 40 Years. So this is 40 years of Now music. Again in five CDs. From what it says, the first song is Culture Club, Carbon Chameleon, from Now 1 in 1983. All the way up to disc 5, where the last song on disc 5 is Kylie Minogue Padam Padam, which is on Now 115. In 2023 it was released. So yeah, this is another good one to have. It's again based on decades if you like them. And to us, I mean, I wouldn't have kept them if I didn't like them, because I like them all. I like most of the songs because I like, if you know me, I like different eras of songs. So very good CD collection to get. I actually forgot to say, don't forget to like and subscribe. Just point that out. Right, we're gonna go through songs from an album, that are by one artist. That I've only got one CD from a certain artist. So let's start off with, and I'm sure I had After Laughter, but it turns out I don't. Start off with Paramore. I've just put them in random order. So we're gonna start off with Paramore. And this is Why by Paramore. This is their latest CD that they released 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I don't think I had this CD when I did the previous video, so it's a nice new edition. I like the title track. This is Why. We've got The News, Running Out of Time. Some of you are probably watching the videos thinking, who on earth are Paramore? They're an amazing rock band from America. They're very good. Now, and I thought about putting all these out, but I haven't thought about where I'm going to put them after. I'll sort them out in my drawers in there. I'm just going to throw them and put them in, and I'll sort them out again in their slots later. Next, now this is a new, this is our first, which I definitely know is a new CD. And it's a band that I got into a year ago, 2 years ago. It's a band called Don Broco. Now I'm from Bedford, and they, funny enough, are from Bedford as well, which is quite nice. And they're very heavy. They're a heavy metal band. Any CDs and albums, artists that you like, have a little listen to them on YouTube or anything. These ones I definitely recommend. They're a mix of, you get heavy metal, well, not heavy metal, but you get heaviness, and the drummer's got a nice significant voice as well, sweet voice as well. So it kind of mixes a bit of screaming and calm music, which I like. You can't have enough of Scream. It's called Nightmare Tripping, the song. And actually, the title track features the band Nickelback, who you may have heard of. They're a very famous rock band, so it's quite nice that they had that as well. And let's hope that they come to Bedford at some point. I'd love to see them at some point. But they're an amazing band, and hopefully I'll get more. I should say that there's 2 or 3 CDs that are coming out for Christmas. I said to my mum, I was like, I want to show them, and she said no for Christmas. So yeah, there's another album from Lord Broken that I've got for Christmas that I'll probably show in another updated CD collection in a few years' time. Next, another new one which was released since the last video, One Republic, and it's Artificial Paradise. That's got a couple of good songs. I like a song, I Don't Want to Wait, which features David Guetta, the DJ, so it's quite nice. We've got Sunshine, Sink or Swim, a couple of good ones. They don't really perform it much. They've only performed like 2 or 3 songs from this album in the recent tour, as far as I've seen, so yeah, but they are an amazing band. I've followed them for years, so go check them out. Another band that I've kind of got into based on watching them at Rainbow Weekend and Millingham Needs. I've only got 1 album with them, so I need to get more. Tudor Cinema Club. The album's called In Tourist History. This is their debut album that I've got, and it's got a couple of good songs. I like the song Cigarettes in the Theatre, especially when they're performing live. I like when I see that. Also, What You Know is their classic big hit. If you type in the song and you hear it, and then you'll hear it. And I Can Talk as well. It's a very good band. I like them. They're kind of veterans for Reading, and these have performed there about 5 times. So yeah, definitely. Now I'm going to come back to that in a minute. Next is the 1975. Now it says at the bottom there, the 1975. It's long around. It's called Being Funny in a Foreign Language. They're used to having long ones. I mean, they performed at Glastonbury in 2005. They've done amazing as well. It was very emotional for them as well. The songs like Happiness, Look for Somebody to Love, and one might be the most beautiful songs I think I've ever heard, About You. It's such a beautiful song. I love listening to it. Good album, good band. Next, another band that I love, artist that I love, from Rainbow Weekend. They headlined, and he's got quite a good sound. Sam Fender from Newcastle. I think Newcastle. Yeah, we've got his album, which is 17 Going Under, which features the title track. You may have heard 17 Going Under. It's a very good song. I like that song, and a lot of people hear it. Now this one's a special one because not only has it got the song, some of the songs, it's got bonus tracks. Pretend That You're Dead, I love. Angel and Lothian, I love. But also, which I think is quite good, they've got Live from Finsbury Park. Now he performed at Finsbury Park, and we've got some of the songs, but they're live, which is quite nice as well. I love it when they release songs that are live. It gives a different feel to their songs. I prefer songs that are live than recorded. Now another band that I love, I said to my mum, I've tried to blind my mum to see him, is Simple Plan. They're a Canadian band. This is their album Harder Than It Looks, their most recent album. Even though this was released in like 2019, they haven't really released, apart from releasing the Greatest Hits album, which I want to get my hands on. Yeah, this is their latest, newer album of new songs. I love their song. I love some of their songs on here. Best Day of My Life, Slow Motion, Million Pictures of You, The Antidote, and one of my favourites, Iconic, which is an iconic song that's called Iconic. Amazing band, Canadian band. They're performing on the 3rd of October, which is the day before my birthday. If we don't want to go and see them. I don't know if I'll be able to though. But they also, in case you're wondering, you may have heard their voice. They sang some of the songs from Scooby-Doo as well, so it's quite a good band. Now another band that I got into, I hate to say it, but I got into it because of the female singer. Even though the male singer, Chester Bennington, was a very good singer, the female singer is good as well. Linkin Park, and this is their album From Zero. This is the album with Emily Armstrong, who is the female singer. This has The Emptiness Machine, which I love, Two-Faced, Over Each Other, Heavy as the Crown as well is a belter for me. But yeah, they're an amazing band, and of course they have the amazing guitarist and vocalist Mike Shinoda, who does amazing rapping. He's great. Amazing band. Now another band that I think I've got another album coming out from their album. I've got another album of theirs coming out, so I'm losing my voice here. We're nearly 10 minutes in. The album is Pale Waves. Now this is a very special one because, as you can see, it's got the signatures on the cover. It's got signatures on the cover. I don't want to waste this video, so I'll try and go power through. But yeah, we've got some of the songs: Lies, Unwanted, The Hard Way. This isn't their recent album. They've released a new album since this album, but yeah, this is a good album that I love to have as well. I think their sound recently, I'd say, has changed. So I'm not really a fan of theirs as such with their new album. Now I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to try to power through these. It's just reached 10 minutes and I haven't got through the solo albums. And it's got a lot more to go. So yeah, so I apologise if this video is very long. I mean, I could do a two-parter. I think it might be better because in case this drags. So I'll see how it goes and then we'll see what happens, okay? So, let's carry on with these ones. Royal Blood. Now this is a band from Brighton. They've just announced, because Reading and Leeds is on, when you watch this, Reading and Leeds is on this weekend, and Royal Blood have possibly announced that they're going to be doing a secret set this weekend. So it'd be quite good because I have to say the Reading and Leeds lineup is a bit, no, it's not for me really, but I still watch it anyway because I love it. So yeah, it's got some amazing songs. I love this one because I don't know if you can see, you can kind of see it. It's a bit shiny. I don't know why, but I just love it because it's shiny. Don't know why. Imagine Dragons, another band that I've kind of fallen out of love of, but I still like this album. It's Evolve. It's got a lot of good songs and some bonus tracks as well. Believer is a good song, and Fanda also a good song. You may have heard the songs. They're quite good. Next we have Against the Current. I'm sure I had another album of theirs, but maybe not. This is the album Past Lives. Again, this has some great songs as well. Strange Again, The Fast Life, The Way, Personal. I'm just going through these ones because they're not as important. And finally, another one that's kind of new since our last video. It's actually a live album, our first live album. I've got a little sprinkler of live albums on my set, so check them out. Ed Sheeran, and this is his tour collection. I'm just going to say tour collection. This has, of course, 2 discs, and this is live songs. The first disc is live songs of some of the biggest hits: Castle on the Hill, The A-Team, Sing, Perfect, Shape of You, Bad Habits. And then disc 2 is just some of the biggest hits of his collection, which includes some songs, well, different ones. So it's Shivers, Eyes Closed, Don't Think That Loud. A lot of good ones. I like that album because it's good to hear his live version, and some of it's with a live band as well, which is quite nice. You move them there. Right, that's the solo albums. Now let's go through some of these albums. We're just going to go through them just rapidly, or sort of rapidly. Any albums that you like, any artists that you like, that you think you like, then yeah, go and check them out. I wish I could play music so you can hear a little snippet of each of them, but because copyright, can't really do that. So let's go through some of them and let's see. We'll go through the big ones at the end. I'm just gonna go random actually. Starting with Youngblood. I'm just going to go Youngblood. I should have done alphabetical order, but too much fuss, and we're 30 minutes in. Let's not go through that. Right. Another thing that I've done is that I've put these in order. Each of these artists I've put in piles, and I've put in order of the earliest album all up to the more recent. So this, out of the 3, I've got 3 albums of Youngblood. So this is the earliest album that I'm going to show you first. Then I'll show you the next earliest, and of course I'll show you the latest album that I've got in this collection that I've got. Okay, so starting with Weird. I got into the band because of this album, really, which is quite nice. Great way to start off. I keep saying band, artist. I got into this artist. Funny enough, I watched a live performance on YouTube yesterday of Youngblood performing at a festival in Poland, and he was amazing. Really was. Artist I'd love to go and see because he's got such good showmanship. Anyway, Weird. This is definitely a weird album because of this weird bloke. A couple of songs: Strawberry Lipstick, Mars, which is a power ballad, I'd say. Charity, Weird, The Touch Up, which of course. God Save Me But Don't Drown Me Out. Yeah, it's got a couple good songs there, which is quite nice. Next one is, I don't actually know what, I think it's just called Youngblood. I don't actually know what this album's called. But this is his next one. It's got songs like The Funeral, Tissues, Memories, which features Willow Smith. It's got quite a couple of good ones there, so I like that. And then this is his latest one. Now, I haven't opened it yet because I haven't listened to it yet. This is his latest album, Idols, which came out last year, so I haven't listened to it yet. I've got to definitely listen to it. I've listened to it when they perform it live, but not now. Then it features a 10-minute song called Hello Heaven Hello. Now, I like some the songs, but when it gets on too long, I kind of pause it. There's a couple of good ones here. Zombie as well, which is just a beautiful song. and it's got a couple of parties on that have a bit of a dance to as well. So some of it's quite morbid, but some of it's dancey as well. So yeah, amazing. Right, next, I think this next artist or band is a band that there's one of the albums I think called Everyone's a Star, which I haven't got in. No, I haven't. And they're gonna. I think I'm gonna get it from Christmas or birthday. We'll see. Anyway, this 5 Seconds of Summer. Now I've still got into it. My sister got me into them, but then she doesn't really like them that much anyway. So, but I still like some of the music. Right, this is their self-titled album, 5 Seconds of Summer, features the classic "She Looks So Perfect." She looks so perfect standing there. That song. Don't Stop, Good Girls. I might give you, like I said, I might give you some vocals if you don't like my song singing. Sorry. Next is their newest album, Youngblood, features the track Youngblood, which is about always ends their set with it now. Want You Back, Lie to Me, Valentine, a couple good ones there. And then their, well, not their latest album, but the latest album of this collection that I've got is this album, which is, I think it's just called 5 Sauce 5, because I think it's their 5th album. So I've got, I think, yeah, I've got their 1st album, their 3rd album, and their 5th album. So I'll soon have their, I think it must be their 6th album. Yeah, this is 5 Sauce 5. It's got Complete Mess, Bad Omens, Take My Hand. Some songs not very familiar, but still a good song, a good album to have, which is lovely. Right, next I'm just gonna go on some single kind of smaller ones. George Ezra, I've gotten into him. I think it's the same. I think I did have both these albums in the previous video. The second album that he released, Staying Up to Mama's, Pretty Shiny People, Don't Matter Now, Shotgun, I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, Paradise, yeah, all those songs. And then Gold Rush Kid as well. Not much known, but it's got Green Grass, Anyone for You, Dance All Over Me. Yeah, don't dance all over me, of course. Next is another band that I've gotten into, and they've recently, I think I've updated their collection since. I think I only had one. Funny if I think I had, yeah, I've got one new one. I think that wasn't on the other album. Anyway, Nothing But Thieves, an amazing band from London. They've got such a great record. They've released some new songs recently, not an album yet, but hopefully they'll release it, and they'll definitely be getting an album because the songs on there so far are good. The second album that they released, Broken Machine, it's got songs like Amsterdam, Sorry, Broken Machine, of course, Title Track, I'm Not Living by Design, Particles, a couple good ones there. More Panic, it's got songs like Everybody Going Crazy, Real Love Song, Impossible, which is beautiful. I love singing that. Yeah, good album. And this is their newest album that they've released, but of course they've got new songs coming out, so they'll soon release a new album. Dead Club City. This is new from the collection. It's got Welcome to the DCC. That means Dead Club City, by the way. Overcome. Tomorrow Is Closed. It's got a couple of good ones there. That is quite good. Yeah. Right. Let's go for some more Paris. PVRIS. They're performing in All Points East, which is a festival in London, which 21 Pilots are performing, which more on that either later in this video or in my next video. Yeah, Paris. So let's go through first of all with, I think there's no change here. The same albums as the previous video. Go check the previous video if you want to see my opinion on them. I've kind of fallen out of love with them really since one of the guitarists, of course, was got accused of something, so has had to leave. But yeah, since then I saw them at Fall Out Boy when I saw Fall Out Boy in 2023. They opened for them. It was quite good. Yeah, I've got this album, which is All We Know of Heaven, All We Need of Hell. Long. This one is called USB. Again, I'm not going to waste too much time on that because I'm not a fan of them as such now, but you can see some of the videos. I think because I've got a lot of videos and it took a long time, I might do a 2-part video. I think it will be easier then. Yeah, so I'm going to end, and then we'll do more in the next video. Hopefully it won't be too long. I'm going to end with a band that I've just not recently gotten into, but I've recently I've felt the love for them, and I watched them at the White Festival last year. headlining, and they were amazing. They're an American band as well, so to come to a niche festival that's more primarily for UK citizens is quite good. Now this is, I need to talk you through it because of course this is a band that I've loved, and both these albums weren't on the previous tour, the previous video, so I'm going to release them now. It's a band called Green Day, who are legends. They're just absolute legends. So I've got two albums. I've got two albums, but I've got a lot more. You'll understand when I'm about to reveal it. This is Green Day, the studio albums, 1990 to 2009. Now this is a big box set that I saw when I went to holiday somewhere, and either Yarmouth or if I went to Brighton and went to HMV, and I saw this and I was like, rather than getting single CDs, might as well get a lot of CDs in one. And this is that. So it's got, I'll go through them quickly. We've got 1039, Smoothed Out the Slappy Hours. It's got a couple of songs you might not know. It's quite a niche album. It's their debut album, really, from 1990. Kaplunk is the next album. Welcome to Paradise. It's got Dookie, which has Basket Case, which you might know. Quite nice. Insomniac, which has Brain Stew, who you might know. I'm trying to go through songs that you might know. Nimrod, who got Hitch and a Ride. King for a Day, Good Riddance, Time of Your Life, which they always end with, which is beautiful. Warning, which has Minority. American Idiot, which of course has American Idiot, Holiday. Probably one of my favourite albums of theirs. I've got a top of theirs that I got from last year. I haven't even worn it yet, but I got it from last year. I should have worn it today actually. I got it last year at Dead Good, which is a shop in Great Yarmouth. And also 21st Century Breakdown, which I like some songs. I think they've got a couple of albums, because of course it's up to 2009, so I think they've got a couple of albums between, like, Mother of All, blah blah blah, I won't feel the other word, and some other songs. But yeah, a big box of CDs, which I love. And to end this video, we'll end with their latest album, which is Saviours. Now this says, The American Dream is Killing Me. This is a very niche album, because of course a lot of people might not know some of these songs. But yeah, Lugmano Brains, Bobby Socks, Dilemma. Yeah, a lot of good CDs there. And I think I'm going to end the video there because we've gone over 20 minutes. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe to this video. I'm just going to go blunt on this outro and just say I'll see you in part 2 of this video. Stay tuned.